I think I still remember the chorus. It's like, we'd be a dynamic duo, 2 peas in a pod. I'm not that sure, but let's give it a shot. Yeah, so there you go. Exclusive on NME. Hey, I'm Nikki, and these are my firsts for NME. The first artist I ever fell in love with was probably Taylor Swift. I saw her True Hollywood Story documentary on like the E channel after school one day. It was just on. And after that, I was like, I'm gonna be a songwriter. And then I asked my mom to get me a guitar like that year. And so, yeah. The first band t-shirt I ever owned was probably My Chemical Romance or like Avenged Sevenfold or something like that. Yeah. Maybe it was Paramore. I can't tell, but I definitely had like an emo phase for sure. I was in the 4th grade. The first tattoo I ever got was this one. It says Courage. And also this one. It's Josephine in my handwriting. It's my mother's middle name. I got those first 2 tattoos in LA. It was somewhere downtown in this tattoo artist's studio. His handle is Bodies Need Rest. He's amazing. If you ever are in LA, you should get your tattoo with him. Yeah, that was great. The first job I ever had was being an admissions recruiter, and that was fun. I wore a purple polo, and I did tours around campus and just, would say, this is where we eat, and this is where we study economics and stuff like that. So that was fun. I could not recite to you like the script that we had to memorize for the life of me if you asked me. Like, I truly just don't remember at all. But yeah, that was my first job. The first band I was in was probably, first and only band actually, was a chapel band. I went to a private Christian K-12 school, and every Tuesday we would have chapel, and there would be a band that led worship, and you're looking at the front man of that band. It was a great formative experience in my musical career / journey. The first gig I ever went to was Owl City Live in Jakarta. I think it was a part of a festival. I can't remember. It must have been some kind of festival. I can't remember what it was called though, because I was in the 6th grade and I just was like, yeah, Owl City. Yeah, that was my first gig. The first song I ever finished writing would probably be, I would say the 8th grade was the first time I ever wrote like a fully fleshed out song that made sense. So yeah, it was the 8th grade, and I'm pretty sure it was called 2 Peas in a Pod. No. That was the working title, and then it changed over time to If We Were Together, which I like better. Yeah, it was very Jack Johnson vibes, very happy-go-lucky, very 8th grade, and I think I still remember the chorus. It was like, we'd be a dynamic duo, 2 peas in a pod. I'm not that sure, but let's give it a shot. Yeah, so there you go. Exclusive on NME. The first CD I ever bought was also Taylor Swift. The first CD I ever went to a store to purchase was Fearless. I dragged my mom to the CD store and I was like, hey, I want this album, and she got it for me. So yeah, Fearless, Taylor Swift, the deluxe edition. Very important. The first time I ever heard my song on the radio would probably be in Jakarta. I heard Low Key on the radio for the first time, and I was like, oh my god, that's so wild. But I would say a step up from that would be when I first heard Vintage at an H&M. in Jakarta. Or was it Malaysia? Either or. Somewhere in Asia, they were playing Vintage at the store while I was shopping, and that was amazing. Chef's kiss. The first thing I do when I get off stage would be huddle in a circle with my bandmates and jump up and down and scream for like a straight minute. And yeah, that's definitely that's slowly becoming like a tradition for sure. First thing I'm gonna do after my album is released is probably listen to it top to bottom in complete isolation on my own with a cup of tea and just appreciate and celebrate the hard work that went into it. It's probably what I'm gonna do. Thank you guys so much for watching my first on NME. It was a lot of fun. Hope you enjoyed it. I definitely did. And yeah, see you next time.